This animation is showing you what a brain aneurysm can look like. A ruptured brain aneurysm can lead to a subarachnoid hemorrhage, which could be fatal if it's not treated quickly. So when one of these comes in, we have to act very fast. One way that we can treat this is like this, by performing what's called an open vascular treatment by way of clipping the aneurysm. The neurosurgeon will have to identify the source at which the bleeding is taking place and then put a metal clip around the origin of this ruptured vessel in order to prevent it from bleeding further. Now, this is just one way to treat this. Another way is through an endovascular approach where you use several different guide wires and catheters to work your way through the wrist or through the groin and work your way through the blood vessels of the brain all the way until you get to the aneurysm. Once you get to the aneurysm, you deploy several different coils which block off blood flow from getting into this dilatation. And then you effectively obliterate the aneurysm. Now, it's important to spread awareness about this condition because 1 out of 50 individuals have this. The really scary thing about this condition is there's no way to know if you have one of these, unless it's big enough to cause certain symptoms or if you are considered to be a candidate for screening. But if one of these blood vessels ruptures, then it's potentially fatal and it needs to be addressed as soon as possible. You should speak to your primary care physician if anybody in your immediate family has had a history of brain aneurysms. Being infected with polycystic kidney disease also places you at risk for developing these brain aneurysms. Certain connective tissue disorders and even smokers or people with uncontrolled long-term hypertension may also be considered candidates for screening.